Hello and welcome to Priya's Corner. This is a podcast that we are starting where I'm going to be letting you in my corner, so to speak, talking to you behind the scenes of what is happening about some of my shows, some of the political happenings of the day, the books that I am reading. In fact, today I'm going to be taking the easy way out and actually share some anecdotes from a book that I'm currently reading. Is by Neerja Chaudhary, How Prime Ministers Decide. It's a fascinating book because Neerja is a journalist. I think she must be having over 5 decades of journalism under her belt. She's seen prime ministers from, I think, Indira Gandhi onwards. In this book, she analyzes the operating styles of the country's prime ministers and takes us to behind the scenes as to how decisions are made. She picks on 6 decisions, really, and uses these as an example to showcase how what happens behind the scenes, how prime ministers decide. These are from, of course, from Vajpayee, that is the nuclear deal, the nuclear test, Manmohan Singh's nuclear deal, how Indira Gandhi devised her return to power in 1980 post emergency, and of course, Rajiv Gandhi and the Shah Banu judgment and the unlocking of the locks. A lot of behind the scenes interesting stuff. But I may talk about that in later podcast. What I really found interesting was also the way how relationships change. There is a saying, there are no permanent friends and enemies in politics. And I saw that how enemies came together and helped a friend to pass a certain decision. Raj Narayan and Indira Gandhi, he's the one who defeated her in that election post the emergency. But later on, when she wanted to make a comeback, she reached out to him. And actually, he helped her, consolidate and bring down the Janta government, maybe for his own vested interests. And the go between for this, according to Neerja Chaudhary, was Kapil Mohan, an industrialist. So the industry politics equation also comes in. She writes that the meeting with Raj Narayan and Indira Gandhi was worked out by Kapil Mohan, and in fact they had a very interesting equation also. He used to call her Shri Indira Gandhi, and she used to call him Banarsi Babu, and they managed to work things together. And I'll let you be. But and also Vajpayee and Narasimha Rao, now it's a well known fact that they were good friends. Even both the prime ministers, when one was prime minister, he helped the other one out, and vice versa. But a very interesting equation comes out is that when Narasimha Rao was Prime Minister in 95, Vajpayee met him at the UN General Assembly and said, I want to have a word with you. And Bhuvnesh Chaturvedi was then in the PMO, was sitting in between Rao and Vajpayee, and he said, you better talk to him now because tomorrow he's very busy. So he said Kalyan Singh was trying to, the Mayawati government with the BJP had just toppled in Lucknow. And Kalyan Singh was trying to meet the governor, Motilal Vora, to stake claim to form the government by breaking the BSP. And Vajpayee apparently did not want that, according to Neerja Chaudhary, because he didn't want to see a rival Advani protege coming up in UP. Um, so Narasimha Rao said fine, and he went back. And Bhuvnesh Chaturvedi said, "क्या करें?" He said, "आप कल्याण सिंह गवर्नर को फोन करिए, मोतीलाल वोरा को," and told him not to meet Kalyan Singh. That government did not happen. So things like that. And later on, when Vajpayee was the prime minister, Narasimha Rao was, facing the Jain Commission probe. The government of the day did not challenge the acquittal he got. So payback time, I guess. Interesting things that are there. Interesting relationships that come out. From people, VP Singh, she also talks about how VP Singh, who was responsible for Rajiv Gandhi's downfall, later on helped Sonia Gandhi to form the UP in 2004 by getting the DMK's N. Karunanidhi on board. Karunanidhi was not on good terms with Sonia. She blamed him for the delay in the Jain Commission probe, and for conspiring or helping those who were responsible for the death of her husband. But it was VP Singh who brokered some kind of a rapprochement between the DMK and got them in the government. Interesting stuff like that I found. Even the Vajpayee Sonia equation. Apparently, Vajpayee told Sonia, don't take up the prime minister's job. You remember in 2004 when the UPA came to power, Sonia was tipped to be the prime minister, and then she said no. Apparently, even Vajpayee said, do not take the job, otherwise, you will divide the country. That her children were against it. Natwar Singh has already written in his book that Rahul said that he's already lost one parent, he doesn't want to lose another. So, some stuff we know, some stuff we don't know, anecdotes, highlights. I think it's a very interesting book. A relationship that soured was between P.N. Haksar, who was Indira Gandhi's principal secretary, I think, and her man Friday, her go to person for all solutions, and Indira Gandhi over Sanjay Gandhi. One of the reasons, because Sanjay was becoming an alternate power center, he didn't like P.N. Haksar's hold over Indira Gandhi, and he was trying to cut him out. Finally, when Sanjay wanted to set the Maruti factory, P.N. Haksar said, told Indira that this is not a good idea, and he told her, "You can either be a mother to Sanjay Gandhi or a prime minister," and that was, I think, kind of a break point. Even though between her and Babuji, that's how she used to refer to him. But soon she began calling him Mr. Huxer, and he knew that the time is up. So interesting anecdotes, interesting book. In fact, I really enjoyed reading it. I'm going to come back with you with more. My take on the book, I liked it. I think there's a lot of it that is sourced to people who are no more. But these are, Nija has kept a diary. She is, as a journalist and as someone on my show, I really like her views, her power of analysis. And she kept a reporter's diary from day one. So what she brings to you is not just the situation, but the color at the time, what was going on, whether it was a hot day, whether it was raining, all that little this thing pictures come in, and of course, it's a moment in history. Through the six momentous decisions, she also tells you how prime ministers work. So I would recommend this book. Please do read it. I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to be hopefully interviewing Nija soon also. On that note, I'm going to be coming back to you. Keep watching this space for more podcasts, more interesting anecdotes and analysis and behind the scenes as to what is happening in Priya's Corner.